So I was walking into hotels and restaurants and different venues trying to over explain my business when I just needed one thing to get their attention. And crazy enough, I didn't even know it existed at the time. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiera, owner of the Kidia Party Decorating Service. And in this video, we are going to be talking about one sheets. What is a one sheet? Why it's important? Why you need it as an event decorator? The purpose of it? All that jazz. We're going to be talking about one sheets and why it is important for your event decorating business. So let's start from the beginning, because honestly, I did not know that this was a thing in the industry. So how I found out about it, I was searching on YouTube, looking at different videos on how to grow your business on LinkedIn, because I'm trying to, do that. And I came across this one video. I'm gonna link her YouTube name at the bottom and like a clip of the video on the side so you can see who it is. But she was talking about how to grow your just a profile in general on LinkedIn, not necessarily tailored to event decorators, but just in general, which was still beneficial and came with a lot of information that was useful. But one of the little tidbits that she mentioned that was useful was a one sheet. And I never heard of that term before. So I went to go search about it to see what it was. And from what I gathered from what it is, a one sheet is basically a one-page resume that is showcasing the services that you offer, including, your contact information as far as your phone number, email, website, all that. It can include a QR code with that takes you to those certain things as well. But it basically shows you your services, your style, and all things that you have to offer all in one place. I'm going to link a photo of my one sheet on the side so you can see what mine looks like, just in case you want some inspo on how you can create your one sheet, which I want to get into that now, how I created my one sheet. So it's a very funny story, and I am excited to tell y'all this because I hope that y'all find this funny, just as funny as I did. So when I was creating my one sheet, I know I wanted to include pictures of some of my notable works that I've done. So I got my logo, my 3 photos, and an overview of like kind of what I wanted to say and how I wanted to represent me and my business. Put that all in ChatGPT and had it create a PDF version of my one sheet. I'm going to link what that PDF looked like when I first created it, right? So when I saw that, when I created it, I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. Like, it's simple. It's straight to the point, basically. Like, I wasn't thinking nothing of it. And also, I hadn't seen any visual representation of a one sheet, specifically for event decorators. I just looked up what it was and kind of ran with that. Because, to me, it just sounded like a one-page resume, like I said. So I took it on down to Staples to get it printed out on cardstock, so it looked very professional. And when I was there and I was getting it printed out, I asked the guy that was working with me. I'm going to link his Instagram down at the bottom too, because he shared it with me. I had asked him, like, what did he think? Like, what did he think about it? How do you think? He was like, you going to be honest? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, this ain't it. This is not it. This is not given. So of course I was like, what you mean? Like, what's it not given? Like, you see those photos? Like, you see the work that I've done? Like, I did that. Like, what you mean? He said that this looked like homework. Like, like I'm just now starting. Like, I just woke up this morning and was like, I want to start an event decorating business, and this is what I came up with. Like, y'all, he said homework. He said it looked like his mom would do this. Like, it looked like I just typed some stuff up on a Word document and that's it, and inserted some photos. He was like straight clowning what it looked like, right? And I thought it was so funny. Like, I was cracking up because I just couldn't believe that he was saying this. But I thought I was appreciative that he was being honest. And y'all can leave comments in the comment section of what y'all thought about my original PDF document. I'm gonna insert it here again so you can see. And you tell me if what he was saying was right. Like, does this look like a science project? Turning in some sort of project for school or something? Like, y'all let me know. So I was explaining to him, what it was. It was a one sheet and what I was doing it for, which I will get into, what one sheets are for after this. I kind of said it in the beginning, but I'll get into it. So I asked him, like, what does he think I should do to make it better. And he was like, well, if you an event decorator in the event business, it should be way more pizzazz, way more wow, like give a wow factor, because it's centered around events, and events are all glamorous and beautiful and in your face. And Lux again, he didn't say it. He didn't say Lux again. I'm saying Lux again because that's what he was saying. He also mentioned that he works with a event planner as a photographer, and that she had a one sheet, and hers looked like just very, it represented her brand, represented the type of events that she does, the type of services that she offers. Like, if you saying you elegant, then it needs to look elegant. If you saying you bold with your services, very rock star, then that's what it needs to look like. So I was like, okay, I see what you're saying. So I stayed there at Staples and I redid my whole thing. Like, I put my photos back in there, the three photos I was using, my logo, what I wanted to say, and I even had the guy help me. I told him how I wanted it to represent myself, and he gave me some key terms and phrases that I can put into chat to really highlight those elements that I wanted to be seen on my one sheet. So now we have the new one. I'm going to put the new one back here so you can see what it looks like. And yeah, this is how we got from PDF homework to an actual professional one sheet. I think it represents my brand very well and who I am as an event decorator. And of course, it's Lux again. Like, come on, your girl. So I'm going to reiterate 4 key takeaways to show the value of a one sheet, why it's important, and why you as an event decorator need this in your toolbox. And the fruit, tying in my last video, the fruit that could come for your business from these one sheets, from the value of these one sheets. So the first takeaway is one sheets help venues visualize. People don't always understand what you're saying. You could be selling yourself, trying to convince them why they need you as a vendor for their establishment, but sometimes they're not, really listening, or they're just kind of like, thank you for coming in, I'll pass your information along. But who's to say that really happens? But what they do understand is what they see, and coming in with that one sheet establishes you as a business professional. Which brings me to the second key concept. A one sheet helps build professionalism. It shows that you're not just doing balloons, tablescapes, or welcome easels, but you are running a business. And you can also use your one sheet, the terminology and phrases and the wording that you use on your one sheet. You can use that diction when it comes to you talking to the venue, the manager, or the overviewer of events, wherever you're at, wherever venue you're at, restaurant, hotel. You can use your one sheet as like your guide point, your script, to be able to introduce yourself professionally. Number 3, one sheets help with venues and partnerships. As I said before, you are able to walk into a venue, hotel, restaurant, and leave something behind, leave an lasting impression on your professionalism, on your business, on how you show up for your business. It shows that you are beyond beginner, like you are in your intermediate, advanced stage and ready to work. And number 4, a one sheet makes you more confident. And I can say so for myself, like having this one sheet, it definitely helps me be able to show up more established in what I do. Like, instead of having to over-explain or try to convince them why they should work with me, my one sheet says it all. Like, it leaves that lasting impression. Like, it leaves that mark on, like, not only is what I'm saying direct when it comes to my business, but the proof is in the work. It's in the one sheet. My photos are there. You can see the notable works I've done. You can see the clients that I've worked with. And yeah, like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, I mean, that sounds maybe cliche or just so basic, so simple, but it is. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's the one thing that will just simply elevate your pitch when you're walking into these vicinities, into these establishments. The fruit of having a one sheet is clarity and communication. You're able to better communicate with these establishments and provide clarity on the services that you have to offer. So if you are an event decorator starting out in Atlanta, Georgia, or wherever you are, and you're trying to establish yourself, I highly recommend a one sheet. And if you are curious as to how I made mine, I know I mentioned I use chat, but what I specifically told chat to do, like what I wanted it to say, what I wanted to include, and the pictures that I wanted it to have. If you need help on figuring that out, please like, comment, subscribe. You know, I will get back to you. I am always here to help fellow beginning event decorators try to get their footing in this industry. So definitely comment, let me know. I'm going to respond back. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was very helpful. I hope you learned a lot about what a one sheet is and the importance of it. As I just said, I'm reiterating myself again, but like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. And if you are having an upcoming event in Georgia, Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, or surrounding areas of Georgia, hit your girl up at www.thekiddiaparty.com and follow me on Instagram at thekiddiaparty100. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, and stay luxe again.